Okay, so that was a little cringe, but yes, I'm back. And this is how I got here. My first task was to do a COVID test. Traveling during COVID is probably one of the most annoying processes out there, understandably. If you put it into perspective, it's essentially voluntarily interacting with people from all over the world, which is cool or whatever, but interacting with the germs they carry, especially if it's COVID, is not too fun. But sometimes the urge or the need to be in a different place outweighs the risk of the process. And that was me with college.
And now we wait. So, today is January 1st, 2022. That feels so crazy to say. Anyways, tomorrow night I'm flying off to the US to go back to Duke University. So this was actually a pretty hard decision to make, and I've been kind of getting deja vu flashbacks from a year ago when I left for college for the first time, because Duke just sent out an email saying that we are going remote until January 18th. So 2 days before that, they had said that we are going remote until January 8th. But yesterday, literally an hour before it turned into 2022, Duke sent out an email saying that classes are remote until the 18th. The various reasons that the cases are increasing a lot in North Carolina. The people who are on campus and a lot of staff have been testing positive for COVID-19. And honestly, it was a pretty scary email. So that definitely got me stressed out a little bit. I started thinking about whether I should stay in Singapore and do remote learning for 2 weeks, or whether to just fly back as I had originally planned. I basically have PTSD from doing midnight classes in Singapore, and that was just too rough of a season for me. So I'm gonna go back to campus and do remote learning from there. That is the current situation right now. I'm doing an ART test at home. Parents just want me to get an ART test to make sure I don't have COVID, and then tomorrow I have to get another ART test to fly, and a PCR test to get into Duke, and then after the 24-hour journey, take another entry test at Duke. But yeah, this is turning out to be a lot crazier of a journey than I thought it'd be, but that is the situation right now. I'm negative. Yay.
Yeah.
Okay, another one.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I knew it, winter break had flown by in a blink of an eye. Soon, it was a checklist of last time hanging out with my family, stuffing my face with local foods and all my cravings, especially acai, getting in my last gym workout, and doing some last-minute shopping with my sister. Then came the most dreaded task, packing.
3:35 p.m., let's pack.
Just like that, it was time to say goodbye. I couldn't help but feel an overwhelming sense of deja vu, leaving the smell of flowers that pervaded the house, the warmth of the heat and my mom's hugs, the familiar lights and sights through the city of dreams. I got to the airport, got my COVID tests, which came out negative, then officially set forth for another journey into the unknown. It's funny how the airport can become your second home. In a time where the world has been in lockdown, I've spent hours traversing on empty travelators, walking past closed duty-free shops, and sitting on 10+ hour plane rides with a KF94 mask on. I know it's an immense privilege, and I'm so grateful for that. But frankly, I don't know what else I'd do. Singapore is only a home when my family's there. The US only feels like home when my friends and school are there. and having never lived in Japan or Taiwan makes it hard for me to justify it as such. The more I think about home, the more confused I get. Maybe home for me is in the skies, where there are no borders and barriers, and I have the whole world in my grasp. Sounds cheesy, but it's true. I love looking out the windows during taxi and takeoff and seeing as the land gets further and further and my scope get wider and wider. I don't dream of settling down. Rather, I dream of exploring the world, the cultures, and the people in it. Hello guys, it is currently 1:44 p.m. here at JFK, so I have successfully landed in New York after over 24 hours of traveling, so definitely very tired, but glad that I've made it safely. I'm reminded every time that I travel that it's still very stressful to travel during COVID because we need like COVID tests, vaccination records. They're just really strict at immigration, so I'm glad I made it through. Particularly my flight route was Singapore to Frankfurt, Germany, and then I had a 2-hour layover where I actually met a friend that I haven't seen in a long time. During like high school cross-country races, I stayed over at her house in Jakarta, so that was super, super cool. A 13-plus hour flight from Singapore to Germany, and then from Germany to New York, it was like an 8-hour flight, and then now I have a 3.5-hour layover and then another 2-hour flight to finally get to Durham. So definitely a very, very long trip. Flying internationally is always such a big deal. And another thing, this morning actually snowed in Durham, which is really surprising because yesterday it was like 70 degrees Fahrenheit or like 20 degrees Celsius, but today it was like 30 degrees and snowing. So that is definitely a sight to see. But one of my friend's flights got rerouted to Virginia because the conditions were too bad. But I think hopefully it is good now and my flight does not get delayed. But yeah, that is just a little update. It's been an entire day of travel, which is crazy, but I am excited to get back on campus hopefully soon and hopefully successfully. But yeah, I will catch you guys soon. So frankly, I don't really know what the point of this video was or what I wanted to really say, but I guess ultimately it's about a journey. My journey of moving across the world to figure out who I am, who I want to be, and what type of footprint I want to leave in this vast world of ours. I hope that this year brings the same to all of you watching, too. So without further ado, let the journey begin again.